Week 1, Getting Started with Python. Welcome to Week 1 of our Python programming course. In this week's lessons, we will cover the basics of getting started with Python and lay a strong foundation for your journey into the world of programming. So, let's dive right in. 1. Installing Python. To install Python, go to the official Python website at python.org. Choose the latest version compatible with your operating system, Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Download the installer and run it. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the installation. We also have a video that covers the installation steps for Python and Anaconda distribution. 2. Choosing a text editor. Now that you have Python installed, let's move on to choosing a text editor. A good text editor can enhance your coding experience. Here are some popular options. There are several excellent text editors available, such as Visual Studio Code, Pycharm, Sublime Text, and Idle, which is the default Python IDE. In this course, we will use Jupyter Notebook, as it offers a quick and hassle-free way to get started. 3. Writing your first Python program. Now, it's time to write your very first Python program. Don't worry if you're new to programming. We'll guide you through it step by step. Open your preferred text editor or IDE. Create a new file and save it with a .py extension, such as hello.py. In this file, type the following code. The Python code. This simple code will print "Hello, world" when executed. Save the file and get ready to run it. 4. Running the Python program. Executing your Python program is just a few steps away. Let's see how it's done. Open the command prompt or terminal on your computer. Navigate to the directory where your Python file is saved using the cd command. Then, type python hello.py, replace hello.py with your file name, and press enter. Congratulations! You have successfully run your first Python program. You should see the output "Hello, world" displayed on the command prompt or terminal. 5. Exploring variables and data types. Now that you've got the hang of running Python programs, let's move on to variables and data types. They are fundamental concepts in programming. In Python, you can declare variables to store data. They can hold various types of values, such as strings, integers, floating point numbers, and even Boolean values. Let's take a look at an example. The Python code for variables and data types. In this code snippet, we declare variables, name, age, and height and assign values to them. Feel free to experiment with different values and data types. 6. Understanding operators and expressions. Now, let's explore operators and expressions. They allow us to perform various operations on variables and values in Python. Python provides a range of operators for arithmetic operations, comparison operations, and string concatenation. Let's see some examples. The Python code for operators and expressions. In this code snippet, we demonstrate arithmetic operators, plus, dash, asterisk, /, percent, comparison operators, equals, smiley face, and string concatenation. These operators are essential for manipulating data and making logical comparisons. 7. Controlling flow with conditional statements and loops. Next, let's learn about control flow and loops. They enable us to execute specific code blocks based on conditions and repeat certain tasks. Conditional statements like if, else, and elif allow us to make decisions based on conditions. Loops such as while and for enable us to repeat a block of code. Let's see them in action. The Python code for control flow and loops. In this code snippet, we demonstrate if statements for conditional execution, while loop for repeated execution, and for loop for iterating over a list. These constructs are powerful tools for creating dynamic programs. 8. Working with functions and modules. Now, let's delve into functions and modules. They help us organize our code, make it reusable, and extend Python's capabilities. Functions are blocks of reusable code that perform a specific task. They can have parameters and return values. Modules, on the other hand, are files containing Python code that can be imported into our programs. Let's see how they work. The Python code for functions and modules. In this code snippet, we define a user-defined function, greet, that takes a name as a parameter and prints a greeting. We also demonstrate the use of a built-in function, sorted, and importing the math module to perform mathematical calculations. 9. Exploring lists and tuples. Moving forward, let's explore lists and tuples. They are useful for storing and manipulating collections of values. Lists and tuples are data structures that can store multiple values. Lists are mutable, meaning they can be modified, while tuples are immutable, meaning they cannot be changed. Let's see how they work. The Python code for lists and tuples. In this code snippet, we demonstrate creating lists and tuples, accessing elements using indexing and slicing, and utilizing built-in methods for common operations. 10. Understanding dictionaries and sets. Lastly, let's dive into dictionaries and sets. They provide powerful ways to store, access, and manipulate data. Dictionaries store data as key-value pairs, allowing efficient lookup and retrieval of values. Sets, on the other hand, store unique elements and support set operations like union and intersection. Let's explore them. The Python code for dictionaries and sets. In this code snippet, we demonstrate creating dictionaries with key-value pairs, accessing elements using keys, and using sets to store and manipulate unique elements. And that concludes our Week 1 journey into Python programming. Congratulations on making it this far. You have learned the essentials of Python, from installation to variables, operators, control flow, functions, and data structures. Remember, practice makes perfect, so be sure to experiment with what you've learned and explore Python's extensive documentation. If you found this tutorial helpful and want to continue your Python learning journey, be sure to subscribe to our channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with future tutorials, tips, and tricks. We appreciate your support and look forward to helping you become a proficient Python programmer. Happy coding!